Hey, JC here, JC's Comics and More with Mr. Smith, because Chuck crossed me and got his. So let's get this last box cracked open and see what we have. A lot of comics this week, a lot of good comics. Luckily, not a lot of damaged comics yet. We'll see what this right here brings. Let's take a quick look here. It brings not good tidings. So this variant, 1 in 10 variant, is damaged. These Hellboys are damaged. This House of X 2 second printing seems to be okay. These Amazing Mary Jane variants appear to be okay. So we got Aliens Rescue number 4. This is cover B. Got House of X 3, third printing. Those are okay. Got the Amazing Mary Jane on Valkyrie number 4. You can tell that the artist did not have to put the spider on her chest so as to know that that was Mary Jane. They're confident in their skills. Got Contagion number 4. Moon Knight comes under the Contagion. Here we've got the full reprint of Incredible Hulk number 1, including the Abe Vigoda ad on the back. Look, boys wanted to sell grit. There we go. Got a motion picture projector. Look at all this great stuff here. Incredible Hulk number 1, full reprint. A lot cheaper than the original Hulk one. So we've got Absolute Carnage, 5th printing Absolute Carnage number 1. So we've got the Artgerm cover to the Amazing Mary Jane number 1. Look at that. It's a pretty cool looking cover with MJ looked a little bit more like she should. Doesn't quite look as good as she should, but it's Artgerm, so who cares, right? And speaking of Artgerm, what do you see the covers he's going to be putting on Ruby in a couple of months? Here we've got Bad Reaction number 3. Make sure I get set aside for one of my poll customers. Here's Justice League Dark, the Deceased cover for issue number 16. Got Angel number 6. This is the Hellmoth variant. Make sure I get set aside for somebody. Marvel Action Spider-Man. You've got Spidey, Miles, and Gwen taking on Venom. Ooh, yeah. It's going to be a slobber knocker. Here we've got one of the other one of the variant covers to Luna Snow. Archie vs. Predator, issue number 3, cover B. Whole lot of killing going on, Lucy. Here we got Batwoman Beyond, because that suit has met its potential once a woman wears it, and she don't want no man taking credit for her deeds. This is number 37, cover A. And look. Wow. Okay. We got more copies of Absolute Carnage number 1, 5th printing. So all 4 of my copies could not be put together. two are put one area and two more put in a different area. Both in different rows in here. Really, really, really tidy bowl. I see Angel, I see Amazing Mary Jane, I see Detective Comics, and I see the amazing Mark Bagley cover, connecting cover on Marauders. Look at that. I'm going to pause this really quickly so we can get the X-Men cover so you can see both of those together.
Damn.
Both those copies are spoken for.
Oh, okay. He's a huge Berserk fan.
Well, I can always order him another one.
All right, I'll take a
Here's the X-Men cover, and there's the Marauders cover. So there you go. And this is the first of many. I think there's going to be 6 different covers there. But this is every mutant in there. So that's the Mark Bagley Marauders cover there. And I've got 4 issues elsewhere. Again, 13 copies. You can't put all 13 together. Really, 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 man. Quit inbreeding. Now, show you something that was in this Marvel Spotlight a couple of weeks ago. This is so funny. Be so many people. There's so many people be mad about that. Read that line there. Live and work in man country. Yeah. Man country. This is for man country. All right. Got Absolute Carnage number 2. 3rd printing of Absolute Carnage number 2. Right there. Look at that great cover. Here we got another Archie vs. Predator 2, cover F. Had to pause that really quickly because I just sneezed. Didn't see the green slime. Here is Detective 1014. Is Gotham ready for Mrs. Freeze? What? Is it that time of the month for a Mrs. Freeze? All right. And all those copies look okay. All right. The Terrifics, number 21. There you go. There's the deceased cover on the Terrifics. You need a plastic man putting a bite on you. Here we got Star Wars Allegiance, issue 3. That's the variant cover. Make sure 2 of those get set aside for my Star Wars fans. You got Dial H for Hero, number 8. It does not say that there, but this is going to be a 12-issue limited canceled series. Here we got Unbound, cover A of Unbound from Xenoscope, for my Xenoscope collector. We've got Agents of Atlas, number 3. Seems like this book is late, but make sure a couple of copies of those get set aside for a couple of my Marvel fans. Here we've got, and again, there's no spider on her chest there. The artist was confident enough that you knew this was the Amazing Mary Jane. Got Strike Force number 2. Right there with the Jay Lee cover. Or maybe it's not Jay Lee. Kind of looks like Jay Lee. Maybe it's a Jay Lee ripoff artist. But issue number 2 of Strike Force. Okay. Marvel sent me a lot of extra copies of Strike Force because it's selling so poorly. They got to keep those numbers up. Got to cook those books. Dr. Mirage number 3. Cover A of Dr. Mirage number 3. Here we have Van Helsing versus Dracula's Daughter. Issue 3. Cover C. The C stands for Carl. Here we got the Amazing Mary Jane. I believe this is the 1 in 25 variant. She dreams about fighting the Sinister Six alongside Spidey. G.I. Joe number 2. This is the only cover on that. Make sure I set a copy of that aside. I had somebody else that I was pulling G.I. Joes for and pulling some other titles for. I went and looked at his pulls the other day. He hasn't been here in months. So somebody else has burned me on my pulls. So I'm going to be cutting back on this by one copy. And we're going to be putting G.I. Joe issues out. If you missed some G.I. Joe or G.I. Joe Real American Heroes last couple of months, I'm going to be putting those out. I've only got one copy. We're going to be putting those out this next weekend. Here's Powers of X3, third printing. We got Van Helsing versus Dracula's Daughter, issue 3, cover B. As in, that's a bad cover. Bad is good, of course. Terrifics 21. Terrifics am Bizarro's best friends. You know that's not true. Here we've got Lethal Protectors. This is the variant. I believe this is the connecting cover on issue 3 of Lethal Protectors. So there's going to be some happy people getting their hands on that. Here we have cover B on Wonder Woman number 81. Look at that. That's a nice cover. Very, very nice cover there. We've got Sharky, Bounty Hunter. Issue number 6, cover A. So get yourself some Sharky. Got Aquaman Annual 2. Got that right there. Pull the rest of the Aquaman Annuals out. We're almost done with this box. I've got one more side to go, but it looks like that's going to be the worst side to have. We've got Van Helsing versus Dracula Daughter. This is cover C on issue 3. Mr. Paul is going to be happy to get that. We've got Action Comics 1016. This is a job for a Naomi. Cover A. There'll be a lot of people looking for that because she's a hot character these days. Here we got Fearless number 4. This is the connecting variant on that. Again, going to have somebody very, very happy to get their connecting covers. I see Angel. I see Avengers. We got to find our Action Comics cover Bs also. Angel number 6, cover A. It's a couple copies aside for a couple of people. Here we've got Star Wars number 73. That's the cover A on that. Marvel's bringing this to an end in 2 more issues. That's sad. That's Marvel's longest running title. Sad that they're bringing it to an end. Here we have Cave Woman. Got 2 copies there. Both copies are spoken for. And I wish I could show you the inside of this book, but it's naughty, 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 naughty. Naughty. That goes for you, Mr. Piper. Mr. Rowdy Piper. Mr. Naughty Piper. Here is cover B on Batman Beyond number 37. Nice cover there. Kind of reminds me of Norm Brayfogle a little bit. Got Sonic Hedgehog number 22. Cover A. Make sure I set a copy aside for my truck driving customer. And Batgirl number 40. Cover A. Better make sure a copy gets set aside for Mr. Marky Mark. And we got Dr. Mirage number 3. This is cover B on The Good Doctor. And we got Sharky. Sharky number 6. This is cover C. Remember how I talked about I was missing 4 copies? 4 copies of Marauders and Marauders 1, the Mark Bagley cover. Well, here those rascals are. They tried to run away. They tried to run away from home. There they are. Yeah, rascals. Here we got Red Sonja and Vampirella meet Betty and Veronica. This is the Phil Hack cover, cover B. Look, this is part of your Nintendo computer video game system. Play that game. You know, be sure to really jack that joystick. Hit those buttons.
Blow up the cartridge.
Here we have the Avengers. Check my copies. Avengers number 25. This is the finale of Challenge of the Ghost Riders. Which Ghost Rider will win? Well, which one do you think will win? The most politically correct one. the one without the flaming skull. Let's see, we're still looking for our Action Comic cover B's and our Amazing Mary Jane cover A's. Where might they be?
Hello.
Come on, man.
Not much. You think I can help you find?
Well, I was over there ordering pizza and I was going to go there to that video store and I saw this place. I've never been here, so I said, what the hell?
Here we've got cover B of Money Shot.
Kind of like a, I don't think if I had maybe Fangora magazine.
Cover C of Iron Maiden, Legacy of the Beast, issue 3. Remember, our issue 2s were damaged, or issue 1s were damaged. Here's the Action Comics Deceased cover. Superman versus his friends, all of his zombie friends he has to kill. You can see him crying.
Let me see if we have the new one out. I'll be right back.
Oh my gosh.
We've got Amazing Spider-Man Full Circle, the blank cover. It's only $10.
I have this.
Here's the Amazing Mary Jane. Here is the regular A cover on the Amazing Mary Jane. And that is it. If you do like these videos, as always, be sure to smash that bell for notification. Of course, you got to subscribe first, like, smash that bell for notification, and certainly thanks for watching. And be sure to thank your comic dealer tomorrow for everything he does. Thanks again. Have a good evening.